Dozer, when you're done, bring the ship up to broadcast depth.
Go past Pilot Drive. There's not even a pilot over here. Why is it called Pilot Drive? Yeah, let's get rid of that vertical. Hide the vertical. Show some comments if they come. Peace, ladies and gentlemen. Peace, peace, peace. This is gonna be there at 11:40, about an hour before my appointment time. Get there about an hour before my appointment. Then I gotta go to Arkansas. Just got the truck washed. Looking clean, looking fresh. Still got the axle temperature gauge out. It's the rear one that's out. What's up, travel lad? How you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm about to throw this link up, see if people want to chit chat or whatever. USA lost last night, man. It was embarrassing. If they didn't give up that third goal, they could have won that game. They were dominating possession, but they had nothing going on in the middle. And I noticed that same thing happened with Mexico. They had nothing going on in the middle, nothing directly. Every time U.S. made a pass to the middle, they looked dangerous. They needed to do more of that. It just be dangerous. I think everybody wants to say they had a good tournament but when you come up against your first top 10 team in the tournament and it goes that bad, and you have the worst night, they just couldn't get. They were tripping over the ball. They could not get going. They didn't have it. Maybe nerves. I don't know. But it looked like a typical U.S. team. It looked like a typical U.S. team. Um, they try to think too much instead of just feeling the game. When they routed Paraguay, when they beat these other teams, they were feeling the game. But when they went up against Belgium, they tried to think too much. Oh, I can't make this mistake because they'll punish us. And every time they did make a mistake, they got punished, but it's because they weren't feeling the game. Like when the keeper came out, did a great touch, got the ball, he thought too much and hesitated, and what happened? The ball got put in the back of the net. There was no way they could stop that. Right? Thought too much. The the first goal, thought too much. There was nobody there. You had three defenders. Not one of them went for the ball to head it away. And they got punished because they thought too much. They didn't just feel it. You know what happened on the opposite end? There was a ball. Two Belgian players collided trying to get rid of that ball. They weren't risking, no. If we're going to make a mistake, we're going to make a big mistake. And it worked out for them. United States cannot win a World Cup by being a thinking team. You got the basics down. You know what to do. You already now feel the game. Just play. Do your 1-2s. Push that ball through. You got substitutes. You got more substitutes than ever in history. They used to have 3 subs. 3. Now they got fucking 6. Plus an extra one if it goes into overtime. So what the fuck? Let that striker run his ass off. Keep playing them balls. Pause. Fuck out of here. We sitting there trying to pass the ball around and shit. It looked good. It looked good. It looked good, but there was no final push. It didn't exist. The build-up looked good, and then there was nothing. So yeah, Belgium doesn't care if you keep the ball when they have a 3-1 lead. Just keep the ball. Just don't put it here. That's how I really feel. That's how I really feel. Fuck that. That was embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be a U.S. soccer fan. They're so much better than that. They play like an old U.S. team. People are like, oh yeah, Portugal went home too. Well, you know what? Portugal lost 1-0 with a 90-minute goal against a team that hasn't lost in like 4 years. They didn't get routed 4-1. I know. The last goal was like it was Lukaku. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? And they didn't have the heart at that time. I get it, but still. That third goal was trash. The first goal was trash. The second goal, how are you going to let a fucking guy have his arms on your back and hold you down while you head the ball into the back? You got out-muscled. Got out-muscled. Looked real bad. Anyways, congratulations to Belgium. I mean, they deserve that win for playing against such a shit team. That team that showed up last night, that wasn't no U.S. team. That was a team that thought they were untouchable because Donald Trump got the red card suspended. Right? I don't want to blame Pulisic, but because he had heart, he wanted to keep playing. But when his foot was like broke or whatever, man, just stay down, let the play stop. 'Cause that third goal wouldn't have happened if he stayed down. But he was trying, you know. And it's really unfortunate. I mean, he had a terrible game though. How's everybody doing? Coach is back. He's going to be getting rolling real soon, he says. And all the haters said that he was leaving Hurricane. You still there? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know who these haters are. I really don't know who these haters are. But the fact of the matter is, Coach is in the hole. Badly. He's in the hole. He ain't never getting out that bitch. He said he took R&R at the hotel. I've only been covering the Coach for about a year. And that motherfucker within that year has been in a hotel because of truck issues, or home because of truck issues, or in the shop. I don't know, 15, 20 times? Hotel at least 3 or 4 times. In the shop, without going to the hotel, another fucking 4 or 5 times. It's just weird. I don't know what happened there. It just said it cut me off. Yeah, fuck the Coach. I'm blocked, but I have a many Facebook accounts, so I can still see it. Um, but Hurricane Express themselves, I mean, they post very often. And they did a video with a guy, and he was like, "How long have you been here?" And the guy was like, "4 months." He's like, when you signed the contract, was there any like tricks or scams? He's like, "Oh, you need to read the contract, blah 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 blah." He's like, "Okay, so did you get tricked in the contract?" He's like, "I didn't get tricked into signing the contract, and then it cut him off." Because it seems like he's not. He was about to be like, "Yeah, but your fucking company fucking sucks." Or the contract isn't very clear. I should have downloaded that one so I could play it. When I get up to my pickup, I'll download it and I'll play it for y'all. I don't know, man. The coach must be rich because he chose not to work. He chose not to work. He didn't want to work. Remember when he had to do some deep soul searching? SOLE, soul searching at the hotel or at home? This time he had to do R&R and reflecting. Hurricane must have given him some money because he started putting money into the post again because he went from 5 fucking likes to back to like 90 something. So if you haven't, check out my firework video. It's not like all the fireworks, it's just some. And it was a great time, man. It was a great time. I bought those fireworks in Missouri. I forget the name of the place. It was like one of those fireworks superstores or whatever. But it was such a good. Like I want to. I'm thinking about a show, doing an actual show for New Year's. It was great, got the people together. Um, I invited a bunch of people from like Tampa area to come, and uh, they couldn't make it. So instead of like, I already bought like a few $100 worth of food, and so I just opened it up to everybody. You know what I mean? And the whole block. Come eat this food. Come enjoy this. Come light some fireworks. Like I let everybody light the fireworks. Like I don't know if that really matters, but they thought it was cool. You know, and had a really good time. I was going to do it on the beach, but decided to do it at a different property. The ones that I have nothing to do with. I don't own anything, so one of those ones. Man. But now I'm thinking about doing an actual show. You know, it was like a little over $1,000 of fireworks, and it lasted. Well, like not everything was like we started shooting some like while it was still like it was probably like 8 o'clock, and the sun was still up. That wasn't cool. You know, but everybody got so hyped that they just wanted to keep shooting. I was like, oh, let's wait for the sun to go down a little bit. But we just kept shooting. And I mean, so that was like a good amount. I got to look at the picture so I can remember some of the cakes and get some of those cakes. Some of those cakes were cool. I'm gonna get a lot more shells. Like the shells are awesome. You know, the shells are so cool. The 500-gram cakes are cool too. Yeah, like yeah. So you could just use another um, Facebook account. You can also just make another account too, and it doesn't like convert over. But yeah, so those the 500-gram cakes were pretty cool. The less shot count. So let's say there's like 20 something shots. Those seem to be like bigger, you know, because all the 500 grams is within those shots. The 250s that I started off with, those were cool too. Um, you know, but now I gotta start thinking about investing into fireworks if I want to do stuff like that. Um, but not just the fireworks, the ignition system. Gotta look into that. I got some ignition systems, about like $300. Plus, you need the modules for, you know, the different amounts. But I mean, I had a blast, you know. And like some of these people, like in my neighborhood, like have become truck drivers because like of things that I've talked to them about, you know. And that's cool too. I like that's why I take pride in like, you know. But like my real life when I'm talking to people, it's a lot different. I mean, the channel was very different before I got involved with the coach, but he was just such a bullshitter that I couldn't just let it go. I couldn't let it go. I could not let it go. It was just really bad. And like one thing that like it just puzzled me the other day. SoCal was saying that I was flip flopping about Hirschbach, and it's like, how could you do better than Hirschbach? Fuck yeah, but was Hirschbach bad? No, it is what it is, and you can make it work within whatever you need. You know, so I don't really agree with that bypass way station. I don't agree with that at all. You know, because I was making whatever I made. You know, 2,200 to 2,500 bucks a week at Hirschbach. That was my thing. That's what I was doing. The way I was running. That's all I needed. But could you make more if they set it up different? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And then if you get your bonus, if it would average out to another, you know, 2,700 a week if you got your bonus. Like a good bonus, like an 11,000, like a 10,000 mile bonus, 30 cents. You know. So yeah, I mean, it fucking it goes up. So yeah, I mean, They were fucking drivers. Nobody's saying that they're not, but can you make it work? Yeah. You could also not make it work if you start fucking up. Yeah. You know. And I guess if you have multiple trucks, that means you have a fleet, but they're doing different things, and I don't treat it like that. I don't have like a machine working for me. I don't see it like that. Like I have one truck right now sitting, just sitting. Is that making me money? No, it's not. So I don't really see it as like that. Was I trying to build a fleet at Hirschbach? Yup. From when I signed up to go there, that was the goal. It was presented to me differently, and it wasn't necessary. They were just, I had a meeting. I showed them the plan, and then they were like, "No, that's too much. You'll have too much." They're like, "We don't care about 3 or 4 trucks, but this is a never, because like I don't need the money, right? I'm not trying to like fucking take the money and spend it. It would just keep buying more shit. So once you get to a certain point and you're like, they want 10 grand down, right? If you get to a certain point, you have 10 grand like every 2 months or whatever, or every month or every week, and you're using it to get a truck. Like, yeah, they don't. They're like, nah. That's what we do. That's what they said. They literally said that's what we do. So they didn't want nobody. But Prime, I guess you could do that at Prime. You know, I don't know. Hirschbach didn't want that. It was too much for them. They're like, no, 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 no. You can have like 3, 4, maybe 5. But they don't like at that point. It will just start like you'll have too much revenue, and if you're not taking any of the money out, you just have it keep reinvesting in itself. It, no, they didn't. They were like, no, we don't. They didn't want no partners, basically. You know. So when shit started going sideways, I left. And it didn't go sideways in terms of money. It went sideways in terms of control. So as soon as they said, because I got to a point where I was able to, you know, be home every 2 weeks and still pay the bills, they're like, nah, nah, we need you to run more. Next year we're gonna have that in the contract. Like, nah, no, I have a contract for 3 years. What you talking about? Next year is the contract. No, so I left. Yep. But they weren't a bad company. I had problems with my dispatcher, because she was somebody that would like go back to fucking January, an issue that happened in January that was their fault. Right, I had my truck had mice in it. Right, I picked it up. It had mice in it, and they said, "Oh, well, that's for you to get handled." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I scheduled an exterminator. Because I set up traps and none of them fucking worked. Um, I set up an exterminator. I went home. They fucking hit me up and they're like, "Oh, we're supposed to do that." I'm like, "Wait, it's been like 3 weeks now. Like, what you mean? Like I was at a shop already, you know?" So it was this big fucking mess. So they ended up not charging me for the truck and shit for like a month, right? And something happened in November with the tires, right? They wouldn't let me pick my own tires or whatever. They tried to make me take those ones with all the big staples in it that was holding the tread together, and I was like, I don't want these fucking tires. And it turned out those were the wrong tires, even though the experts that had 200 years combined information fucking told me that those were the right tires, and they were still the wrong. Um, that's when we started having problems because the dispatcher would bring up shit from the past, from the mice situation, and I'm like, well, that's on y'all. I had nothing to do with that. First of all, I didn't put the mice in the truck, and second of all, I scheduled an appointment to get it fucking cleared out, but then y'all wanted to handle it because you said it's a part of your shit. Y'all called me about it. I never hit you back up. So it being down for a month, that's on y'all. No. That has nothing to do with me. You know. And like I said, there was another person with like a similar name to mine, and the way they use the driver codes, it's like your last name and first name and whatever. So like I would always get written up for something. Like I got written up for backing into a truck, right? So like I had this like they call me when they're like we're having a meeting with the safety and all this. Like this is your third accident, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And then they go through the information. It's not even fucking me. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even me, and it happened many times. My payroll would have the wrong name. That's another thing that happened at Hirschbach. They would always fuck up the payroll somehow. Like there would always be it was always fucked up. Always fucked up. Now they would correct it immediately, but then they would put it on like the fucking com data, and that costs money to get it off. But you know, I mean, you could just wait for it to, like, you could send like a deposit or whatever, but it takes like fucking 5 business days or some 3 to 5 business days, right? So I mean, what if it happens to your whole check, which it happened to me many times. When I first started going there, I didn't have no checks for like 3 months. I never had a direct deposit for like 3 months. It was always on that stupid card, and that's supposed to be for the first 2 weeks. And they couldn't figure it out because somebody else had the same fucking name as me. That's what it was. So it was just fucking annoying all the time. So I mean, those are little issues, right? That really don't matter. Like you just fucking deal with it. Like, right? It could be worse. Like I'd always get paid. It's just that there would always be some fucking issue. They'd forget to give you money, and then you got to go through this shit. It was always like that. And maybe it's because, like I said, there was somebody with like the same name. There's a couple people with like very similar names, and they always like they'd always put this shit under my thing, like these accidents. Like what the fuck? Now, good thing they would always correct it. They would always correct it. It's not on my DAC or anything like that. You know, which is that's good on them. They'd always fix it, but you know, when you're waking up and somebody's like, "Oh, we're having a meeting about this accident you had over the weekend for backing into a truck at the truck stop," it's like that never happened. That's not me. Like I shouldn't even feel that way, you know. But whatever. Like I'm talking about the bad at Hirschbach, but there was a lot of good at Hirschbach that like I always made money. My checks were typically over $2,000. Uh, Now, if you don't run that fucking, those miles, like let's say you drop Monday or Tuesday morning and you don't pick up another load, then you're gonna be getting your 14, your $1,500 checks. And when you finally do go home, that's gonna catch up to you because let's say they give you $1.30 a mile. Well, they're gonna give you on the estimated miles, they're gonna give you $1 of that, right? So if you miles and you're at $1,700, there's no maintenance, no nothing that comes out of it until the following week. So that 30 cents also covers like the maintenance and stuff, but you got to run the same, do the same type of thing the next week. I think I've explained this before, and hopefully it makes sense, right? So you got to get those estimated miles every week because they're free. They're free. But eventually, if you go home for too long or something like that, it's going to catch up to you. And you'll just have a regular check when it catches up to you. Like I've never had a negative check at Hirschbach officially. Like I had one negative check, but they owed me money, so that it wasn't actually negative, right? They owed me money, so yeah, never once had a negative check, and yeah, not one time, never, except for when they fucked up. That and that to that them fucking up to that degree, I think only happened like once, maybe twice. I don't remember, but I know I never had a negative check. I liked working there, um, but like when I had the issue with the tire, that was like a strike, like a major strike, because you're arguing. First, it's not that I had to argue with somebody, right? I argued with somebody like on Friday, right? And then the tire tech, I got the issue cleared up, right? The tire tech on Friday, um, there was like a different guy. So when they went to go change the tire, they were like, "Oh, why are we changing this tire that we already changed?" So then they called up fucking Hirschbach, and there's a whole nother crew, right? So then I have to talk to this whole nother crew, and it was just that was a fucking disaster. And then so I'm wasting a day and a half. I lost that load. Somebody had to come pick up the load, and even though it's already been solved, so it was like that. That's the stuff that Hirschbach wasn't good at. Hirschbach had a terrible communication system. Terrible. Terrible. And I think it's because they just have so many drivers, right? You could be at a shipper or a receiver trying to talk to your dispatcher for like something that didn't show up on that system, on the Qualcomm or whatever it's called, like on your phone, right? Like a pickup number, right? And you can't get in touch with somebody. It's impossible. You got to leave a message and they'll call back. That happened several times where I was waiting somewhere for 3 hours. And now I'm late because I was there on time, but now I'm 2 hours late because I was there for 3 hours waiting for a goddamn pickup number. That didn't happen often. But I'm just saying, like, if you needed to call them, it was hard. The weekends, you can forget about it on the weekends. You might as well, like, and I got to give them credit because I was just like, I had Miss Justine as a dispatcher. I said, Can you just give me the dispatch, like just have me pre-booked, like for because the weekend I can't get no load, like like and they don't know you on the weekend. They're just gonna give you any load. Like how I'm running. That's another thing too at Hirschbach. If you get a decent, and me and Justine butted heads all the time, right? But she would still do right. She would still do right because she knew I would get the shit done, right? There wasn't going to be a service failure. There wasn't going to be anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Justine knew that. So I always had miles. So you had to run miles. So maybe that's another reason why I typically got 2,000 plus checks. If you're going to run like Coach, probably not. But you had to run every day. You had to run every day. And my most successful times with the huge bonus, like right, you get like 12,000 miles for the month. What is that? 3,000 a week times 4 weeks, right? The cutoff was like 8,000, and now you're at 30 cents for all miles, right? So you're getting a huge bonus. So like, but Coach fucked up on his bonus, right? Because the bonus will save you, I guess, if you're fucking around. But he was fucking around on his phone, on the phone, and the camera caught him. I never had a bonus taken from me. Not that I remember. And I had some fucked up situations, like I was like in Iowa or something like that, and I was getting ready to leave. I think I talked about this the other day. I was getting ready to leave. I'm leaving. I'm like putting my phone in a holster, and I push the buttons in, so I'm looking at the buttons. I start to let the truck roll, and then there was a Matco truck just randomly there. He wasn't there like literally half a second before that. He backed up. Don't know why, but he did, right? And then I stopped the truck, but it tapped the side. Did no damage really. There's like a little vent on the side that protects their AC. That dented a little bit, right? And they didn't even take my bonus for doing that. They gave it to me. The only time I didn't get a 30-cent bonus was when I didn't qualify for a 30-cent bonus. And there's 13 bonuses a year at Hirschbach because they do it by 4 weeks. And there's 13 months if you do a 4-week, right? Okay. So yeah. So there was like I think October, November, or something like that. You'll end up getting two. It was October. You'll have like 2 bonuses in 1 month, which is pretty cool. So there's 13 bonuses. Let's say you get $3,000 for each bonus. What is that? That's an extra $36,000, right? So I mean, there's money at Hirschbach. So I just didn't agree with SoCal, like, oh, you're flip flopping. No. There's more money out there in trucking. It's just this worked for me at the time. I don't think Hirschbach's a bad company. So is it the best? No. Can you do better? Yeah. Are they setting up drivers for failure? Maybe. But at Hirschbach, you're also not like people say lease purchase. It's not a lease purchase. It's a lease with the option to purchase. Right? It's not a lease purchase unless you put $10,000 down. When you put $10,000 down and they order you a truck with your specs and how you want it done and all this other shit, that's a lease purchase there. Where you don't owe a balloon payment. I guess a $10,000 is basically a down payment, balloon payment, I guess. But when you do that, you'll just go through the whole thing, and at the end, it's yours. 3 years, maybe 4. Depends on what you get. But when you go there, those leases are leases. Unless you have $60,000 to buy the truck, you have the option to buy it. Right? You're just leasing a truck. You're renting a truck at Hirschbach. You're not lease purchasing it. And it'll say it in the contract. Lease, and at the end of your lease, you have the option to buy if you want to. They do not finance. You can get outside financing if you want. So they, they did say they would make some exceptions if there was like 1 year, right? Because some people have like an older lease, right? It might be, let's say, like, I'm just making up shit now, like a 2020, it's 2026. At the end of your thing, you owe $20,000, right? Like that's the buyout. They may extend that if it's within their parameters to keep that truck on, right? But usually no, right? That's very rare. Okay, so that's another misconception about Hirschbach. 99-cent fuel. Hirschbach offers 99-cent fuel. You don't have to take it. Now, do they help you understand that? No, they don't help you understand that. But and when you start asking questions, that's when shit goes like a little crazy, right? Like you could be in orientation, like, but what about this? How much does the card get fuel discount? They'll say, they literally said like 10 cents. 10 cents? If you're buying hundreds of millions of gallons of fuel a year, like what? So you get this fuel surcharge. You could do it that way, So Hirschbach doesn't force you to take 99 cents. Is there times where 99 cents will be better? Yup. When fuel is $6 a gallon, yup. And sometimes the way they work the fuel surcharge, like it goes by the national average or whatever. So it might be you're talking about saving like maybe a penny, penny and a half, 2 pennies at the most, versus the 99 cent. So as it fluctuates, it's in competition, right? Because if you're getting 8 miles to the gallon, you're gonna break that down into a certain amount divided by 8, right? I did the numbers before. I don't know them offhand right now, and it's relatively close to each other. But they do make money on the 99 cents at times. So people are saying it's a lease purchase. It's not a lease purchase. It's a lease with an option to buy. It's not lease with a purchase. When you're done leasing it, you own it, dollar down or whatever. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. Maybe it is now. I don't know. I'm not there. But that's not what it was. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to go with the same model. Have you just pay the bills of that truck? I did hear that they're looking at giving people the 10 cents back. 10 cents a mile. Because it's crazy because it is in an account, right? The 10 cents a mile is in an account that you could see, a maintenance account. But it's not like Prime. where you can use that money. But if you don't have any like, major issues, over your 3 years, your account could be, $25,000, $30,000 in the positive. But they just get to keep that for what? They're selling the truck. That's bullshit, right? So yeah, there's little nuances there that don't add up. And I call it how I see it. It doesn't mean that it's not a good company for you to get whatever you need out of it. If you work right, you do well, you could just save up your bonuses and buy a truck after 1 year. Oh yeah, you got $30,000 there. Okay, it's actually more. I can do the math real quick. Let's do the math real quick. Okay. I'm gonna pull up the calculator. All right. So let's say you do 3,000 miles a week, but you're gonna do more. They count all miles, right? All miles, empty, all that shit. But we'll just say 3,000. All right. Times 4 is 12,000. Times 0.3 because it's 30 cents. Oops, I did divided by 12,000 times 0.3. It's $3,600 times 13. That's $46,800. So if you just worked at Hirschbach, made your money, paid your bills, and saved the 13 bonuses, you could have over $40,000 separate. Now, granted, you can lose bonuses, you can have less. Yeah, but I'm just going to go with that. That's a potential. And if you just work hard for a year, you can have, what is it? Almost $47,000 separate at Hirschbach to go buy a truck. And that's just 1 year. So if you're in a lease, right, for 2-3 years, and there's your $50,000 that they want. I mean, you could just do that. You already know the truck. I'm not saying that's the best move, but I mean, you could. So is Hirschbach bad for that? I don't think so. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to have a plan within that system. And you have to put the work in. But you know what putting the work in at Hirschbach is? Driving for 7 hours a day, 8 hours a day, doing the speed limit, getting proper rest, not fucking around on your phone, keeping a good following distance, which the truck is going to make you do anyways. Like I said, I never missed a bonus. I have one bonus, but then I appealed, right? I guess that's not they don't have like an appeal process, but I said this didn't happen. And then they investigated and I got a bonus. Yep. and it was put on that fucking card again. Because it was another time that they said I had an accident that I didn't have. Yep. You know, they talk about over speeds and stuff. That shit don't take away from your bonus unless you constantly do it. And they can tell if you're trying or not. They have all. Remember, these are the guys going autonomous. You know what I'm saying? So they have a whole bunch of metrics on you. They can fucking. I'm pretty sure they can see your fucking heart rate. Because there was times that they would call me up, be like, "Hey man, are you tired?" I'd be like, "Nah, I just woke up." Oh man, the camera sent us saying that you look drowsy, but now that I'm looking at it, you just have low eyes. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then the other time I wear sunglasses, so I rarely drove overnight at fucking Hirschbach. Sometimes I have early morning, like 4 a.m., and that's when they would call me about that. I'm not wearing sunglasses at 4 a.m., right? But people are not going to talk about that part of Hirschbach, and I never made a video about this stuff. Because as much as like I was like recruiting bonuses and stuff and everything like that, I wasn't trying to recruit because not everybody's going to do what they need to do to be able to make it and make it worth it to them. They're going to be stuck in the fucking scam part of it. Can you make more money out here? Yes, no doubt. No doubt. But if you're making about, let's call it $2,000 per week for 48 weeks. Police reported it. We'll just say because you're going to take some time off, so we'll do 2,000. I did 20,000 times 48 weeks is 96,000 plus the 40. We'll just say 45,000. That's $141,000. Is that not good? That's not good? Come on. Let's just be real here. Is every driver at Hirschbach going to hit that number? No. Are some going to hit more? Yes. Are some going to hit most hit less? Yes, because like people don't want to do what they need to do. They're not gonna do that type of stuff. They're not gonna they're gonna run. They're gonna pick up their phone. They're gonna do shit. They're gonna take time in a hotel. I had to go to a hotel one time, right? I went to a Hirschbach yard. The fucking shit was angled funny, like how to get into it. Fucking crush something, pop some type of air compressor nozzle or whatever. Lost all air to the transmission. Couldn't fucking move. Couldn't fucking move. They towed the truck. Went to the hotel. Done the next day. Got paid. Right? They also sent me the money for Ubers and stuff, and because it's your money, they send it to you. You're just not allowed to control it, right? So that part's fucked up. You don't get it back. Yeah, they need to look at that shit. Because if I'm taking such good care of my equipment and I'm 30,000 up, so we're talking about $140,000 potentially, right? Plus, I gotta see which way I'm going. and you put that money, your 10 cents a mile. So you're at $15,000, whatever, right? Between 12 and 15,000 for the year. You're at 160,000, and that's on you. That's you. That's your money, right? So yeah, I don't see a fucking problem with that. Now, granted, the ten cents is gone. You know, I think they should really address that. But it is what it is. You understand what it is when you go into it. So are they scamming? I don't know. Yeah, in a way, but you can make it work. It works. Work for me. You just have to operate a certain way there, and it's pretty fucking easy. It's just when you operate too well, and now you're in a situation where you could just, I'm going home every 2 weeks, every other week. Mm, they don't want that. and it was also because like I would work like weeks on end, right? So you take like a day per week or whatever. So I do like 8 weeks, and I'd be like, oh well, I'm not gonna take 8 days in a row. I'm gonna take 2 days here and 2 days. So I would save like that's what I would do. And then twice a year you get a free truck payment. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And they don't add it to the end; it's just built in, right? In fact, they gave me an extra because I was running so well. They gave me an extra truck. Like, oh, we want to give you an extra bonus and give you this a truck payment off. Like, really? Yeah. And I wasn't promoting the company or anything like that. They reward people that are involved and people that are trying to do their best. Performance. Where am I going? I got to pick up a load. Then I'm gonna head out to Arkansas. Now I don't know if I'm gonna be running because like the way the dispatch is working now, like I'm not allowed to do carrier packets. Um, so at this point, there's really no point in being on the fucking board. Um, and that's because somebody did carrier packet, gave out all the information to the company, and then I guess a load got stolen. So I mean, that's the way it was described to me. I don't know if it's fucking true or not. Take a slight right. And I know that this load is gonna go to shipping and receiving truck entrance. Okay. This load is gonna go to like a Walmart, I think. Mm. Uh, I might break it down in half, do half today, half tomorrow. But it is due at 5 a.m. on Thursday. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Arc Best, Western Express. This, That's okay. Security. All right, cool. It looks like they're doing construction or something. I hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah, the coach is back. I guess I'm gonna try and get this Hurricane Express video, and you could tell me if you think, if you agree, if you think, or if I'm just tripping, because sometimes I just be tripping, right? I look too deep into things sometimes. I look too deep into some things. Oh yeah, let me put the link up. Link. There's the link. Truck's looking clean. I like being a driver though. I like it. I mean, it has all this bullshit. Oh, I forgot to get my treadmill. Fuck. I was home for like 3 days. Forgot to get the treadmill. Got to check in. Checking in, checking in. Who said that? Who always said checking in, checking in? See how long you've been around for. I don't know what these people are talking about. Oh, damn, she look good. And I got two security guards not talking to this guy or woman, whatever it is. I don't know why. Hopefully the good looking one will be out there when I pull up. Yeah, look like she about to stay outside. She see me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what we got going on. Man. Let's see what we got going on. Damn. All right, let me stop being a creep. Hello. How you doing today? I'm pretty good. Yeah, I do. Magellan? Oh, you asking too many questions now. I said you asking too many questions there. You are. I apologize. wow. My bad, y'all. My bad. Really nice people here. I got something in my eye. So let's go to 131. Go to 131. That's what they told me to do. So that's where I'm gonna go. That's what I'm picking up. It doesn't say what I'm picking up on the actual. It doesn't say what the company. So this is like a port shit. So it's like multiple companies, right? Y'all know how it is. Alright, so there's alright, 131. Let me park real quick. Shipping office. Pull up. Really nice people. Parking this spot. Obviously, get way too close to a trailer. But since I am the best number one trucker on the planet, I will not hit it because I am the best number one trucker on the planet. So back to the Hirschbach shit. If Hirschbach fixed those regular issues like communication and stuff, I, and didn't try to control, like fight you about tires, because it's your life, I, w- I, I would have never left. I didn't. I, I was fine. And if they, you know, basically didn't reject my plan, like don't offer to, let you have multiple trucks if you're not allowed to like actually grow it. Right? They want to limit that shit. From my understanding, the way it was described to me from Prime is they don't care how many trucks you get. If you get 1,000 trucks, that's good, because then they have more people to run their freight. Less service failures, all these other things. Thank you. Hello, how are you today? Pretty good. I was sent to come here for checking in, I guess. Um, I can't even see. They got me filling out another sheet. Pickup number. I'm not sure the customer name because it doesn't say that on my thing. I think it's Walmart, but uh, that's where it's going. Okay. It just says performance or whatever, you know? Doing today. I'm okay. Just wish I had a little bit more information, like the company name. I got a shipment number too if you need that. It's buggy in here, huh? I don't know how. I know you got the fan under there, but I don't know how you deal with the humidity in a building like this. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm way too spoiled, right? Debt collector. What debt collector hitting me? Okay, what's the procedure? Does somebody come out with the paperwork or do I have to come back in? Green light, red light? So I'll see a red light, green light, come back in? Okay, thank you very much. All right. Man, now supposedly this road's not going to be too heavy, right? It's not like 35,000 pounds. So white bright looks nice, but the problem is I can see all the paint chips now. The white bright, the white is right. Yo, the guy that was next to me, his company is named Bright. The white bright. All right, 156. Let's go. Make sure that we hit everything on the way out. Let's hit this trailer because everybody parked right in front of me. So now I gotta make a super tight turn. Yeah, yeah. Gotta go to door 156. 156. Drive through a giant puddle, but I'm gonna avoid it because I keep it gangster. Yeah, yeah. Ride air all the way low and oh come on. All these there's like a million doors open, and I gotta go to the only one that has like trailers in front of it. Like, come on, man. Let me try to bust this Yui. It's on the blind side. Ooh, that's not good. Still bust this Yui. But I busted the Yui a little bit too late, so now the trailer is just like 2 or 3 feet away. So I just got to pull forward and put it in the hole. Pull forward and put it in the hole. I was hoping when I did the Yui that the trailer would just be right in front of it. Like, there's so many doors open. I got to go to the only one that has trailers on the other side. Let me set up. Ooh, that's a good setup. I'm about to set this bad boy up. I can put it in the hole. That's what she said. Yeah, the little blonde chick in there. All these girls are wearing yoga pants in this. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I haven't been to a shipper that had this many attractive. They're all females in there. There's like no dudes working in there. So. There's plenty of them that at first glance were attractive. All right, so now that I'm better set up, now I can put the trailer into the hole. All right, hard right, hard left. The trailer should be right there. Straighten out. Hit the reverse. Hit the reverse Uno card. Let's do it tight, tight, tight. Keep it tight. Look over my right shoulder. Cool. Put it in position. Open it up a little bit. Okay, I'm looking at the landing gear. I got the V right there. This should go right in the hole. Turn with it, turn with it, turn with it. Going right in the hole. That's what she said. I didn't keep the V. Now I'm with the V. I can see the I don't know if y'all do that trick, but that's how I learned. Keep that like that bar where the V is on the landing gear. And if you keep that and roll with it, you will go exactly where you need to go if you have a proper setup. That is the key, the proper setup. Then you got to turn with it and eventually straighten it out, like I just did right there. I'm in the hole perfectly. But I have to pull forward still because I have to open up the doors. So I'm gonna move it over a little bit. A little bit more. I'm gonna move it over. There we go. The other trailer looks like, yeah, these yellow lines are the ones where you have to be on it, not in it. I hate some places they got one yellow line you have to be on, and the other one you have to be in between. Like it's fucking weird. At least they got lines, right? Can't complain. At least they got lines. That's the important part, I think. Okay. Now I'm in between. But it looks like you got to be right on the line, I think. Let's move it over back the other way. Put the tires on the line. Get my mechanics gloves out. Hope I have enough room to open up these doors. Climb up here real quick. Climb up into the trailer because I have straps. I don't want them to fuck up my straps. Climb down. Woo! It's not super hot, but it's pretty hot. It's not super hot, but it's hot, man. Let's see what the temp is. Clear out that warning. Yeah, it's 97 degrees. But it's like a dry 97. But inside that building, it was muggy in there. Maybe I should put the truck into reverse, right? Reverse, reverse. Reverse. And we're about to touch the dock. That. All right, people. I am officially docked and ready to be loaded. I am about an hour early. It's always a good thing. I like being early. Clean up the cockpit here. Is that what the cab is called? The cockpit? I might do some cooking in a second. I haven't eat my morning meal. You hear that? That's my. Sorry, I'm obsessed with keeping the truck clean. It's my dust cluster. I don't know how some of these guys arrive with a dirty truck. And I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about like actual dirt. You know? I got two things of wipes up here. Disinfecting wipes. Let's wipe this down real quick. Oh, this one's almost empty. I'm about to have one thing of wipes. About to have one thing of wipes. Wipe everything down. Now that the truck's sitting, it says 99 degrees. So it's probably closer to 97. Clean up these gauges. Yeah, I got gauges in my truck. And I got the digital. Clean up these buttons. Everything looks disgusting. Fucking gross. All right, got the red light. Cool. I don't want to start cooking and then they're done quick. Clean up these gauges up here too. All right, looks good. Got my glass cleaner. Got a couple more things. Vacuum. It's good to disinfect all the different things you touch. Like, this is your truck, man. You spend time in it. Especially the steering wheel. Like, clean the steering wheel. If you do nothing else, clean the steering wheel. Because that's what you hold on to. Get you some driving gloves. If you want to be the top truck driver like I, the #1 truck driver on the planet is your man, Mr. Trillions. I have this little souvenir. It's a thing that was stuck in my tire that was causing it to leak air from last week, right before I was trying to go home for the 4th of July. Get rid of these packets. I got a key. I think I got another key. Is the other key over here? I had 2 keys made. Where's the other one? I got some pens. A lighter. Pens. I don't know why I need that carabiner, but I have it. But I have it. Just in case. You never know when you need to repel. You never know when you need to repel. Maybe I should do like a whole thing on prepping as a trucker. Got some change here, $3 and change. Some rubber grommets. Maybe I'll do like a whole prepper series of prepping as a truck driver. And it's not really prepping, it's just, you're on the road, you need to have certain things. Like why wouldn't you have a first aid kit? Like, why wouldn't you have that, right? Things can happen. It doesn't have to be something major. It doesn't have to be like, you got shot. Now you're trying to put a fucking chest seal on yourself or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you should have it. Whoa. That motherfucker ran into the back of the trailer. Whatever they're using to load. I didn't see any forklifts. Here's my fingerless cut-off mechanics gloves. They're dirty. Dude, this guy keeps hitting my fucking trailer hard. Hang on, let me show you guys the mechanics fingerless cut-off gloves. They're a little dirty right now, dude. I don't know how that dirt got in there. It's like a cheese or something that melted onto this one. I don't know. It's fucking gross. But let's see here. Oh, this is me. Let's see if I can do this. Front facing. There we go. So these are the gloves. The mechanics gloves. Fingerless. It seems like there's something on it. Right there. But they're impact. Alright. So you can punch somebody in the face if you need to. Pretty good. But this guy's loading. Clean up the passenger seat real quick. Let's clean up the passenger seat. What's over here on this passenger seat? An old BOL from the last load I just delivered yesterday. Some napkins. Some floss. So we don't have to get our tooth pulled like that other guy. A strap. Why is there a strap here? What wire is this? Oh, this is from my clippers. All right, let's clean this up though. Got some. Hand sanitizer. Got the water. I got a digital radio. All this with my hygiene, and I have a gas mask. I have a gas mask with different filters. I have a CS gas filter. I have a bunch of filters. I have a filter that lasts the whole pandemic cycle because it's like enclosed. So I have that filter. I am a little over the top with it. Let me fix my pillowcases. Not, bitch. No pillowcase. Nice. Nice. All right. All right. Set up my backpack. Backpack. Get my battery bank out. I might need to charge that. Charge that real quick. I think it's fully charged, but charge it real quick. You never know. It's always good to keep things charged that need to be charged. There's a toothbrush, some razors, some toothpaste, two different kinds of toothpaste. You need to keep your teeth clean. I also have a tourniquet here, a rat's tourniquet. Well, not a rat's, but I forget what it's called. It's like similar to a rat, but just in case you come across something on the road and somebody needs serious medical attention. I do have training in it, so I do know what I'm doing. I'm just setting some stuff up. I have too many of those flossers. That package fell out inside of my bag there. Some type of gun case. Yeah, so it's always good to keep first aid on the truck. So if you want, I could put together a kit for people if they want. You know, let's see what we got here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. I take a pill to slow my heart down because I have overactive adrenal glands. So I have a faster paced heart. And it's not faster than a lot of people. Like it would be like 90, but it's fast for me. Okay. It's fast for me. It used to be faster, so maybe that's why I got it and I just never got off of it. So I never stopped taking it. I think it's what's called a beta blocker. Beta, you know, because we ain't no betas over here. We fucking alpha dogs, and we don't. So we got to block all the beta out. We got to block all the beta. And anything that's beta, block it out. Get rid of it. Block all beta. Block it out. Block all the beta. We don't fuck with that shit. We're Sigma wolves over here. That's the thing. Lone wolves. No beta. No bitches. No bitches. Get hydrated. Drink water. Just drink the whole bottle of water, bro. Okay, dude, just drink the whole bottle of water. Don't fuck around with it. Just get it done. All right, so let's see if I can get this what you call it. I'm gonna see if I can get this the Hurricane Express video. Tenark. Let's see if I can get it. All right, let's close out some of this other stuff. Yo, Magellan. Do you guys know what plaid is? Do you guys know what plaid is? It's like when you can link like banking accounts. It's like verification or whatever, right? And I've always seen it for banks. I took this load for Magellan and it went through that that plaid verification shit. It had like my social, all that shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? All right, all right. Let's download this video. I already downloaded the video. I gotta put it on the. Gotta find out where. Here we go. I gotta put it on the add file video clips. Let's see what's going on here. Make sure you check out my fireworks video. It was fun shooting those things off. I had a great time. I love America. It's the land of the free and home of the brave. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's watch this hurricane video, and you guys tell me what you think. I think that this driver was about to say some more, and they cut him off. But y'all be the judge.
So, something that I hear is that Hurricane Express can be misleading with the contracts. So, when you came into orientation, how long you been here?
A little over 4 months.
Okay. When you came into orientation, did you feel like you were misled or tricked into signing something that you didn't really understand?
No, I mean, if you don't read the contract yourself and go through it and understand it, because you got time,
Yeah.
you go to a room, you can look and read it. If you don't understand, it's like signing anything. If you don't pay attention to what you're signing, but no, not really misleading.
And that's how it ends. No, not really misleading. What else was he going to say? That's a weird place to cut that video off. No, not really misleading. And then it just cuts off. Am I crazy to think that there was more to it? Or am I making sense? Yeah, he didn't seem too happy. You're right, Atlanta. I'm in Georgia, by the way. It seemed like he was going to say something else. Like, yeah, it's not misleading, but that's what it seemed like to me. And I'm just making things up right now, so it is what it is. Like, but that's what we're dealing with here. It's manipulation at its finest. It's manipulation. Why did it cut off right there? And yes, coach is. I didn't know he was actually rolling. Let's see if we can get like a coach video. Let's see if coach has done any videos. While I look, let's just play this video again. And y'all, because some more people came into the room. So y'all tell me if you think that this is legit what this guy was going to say. It's 38 seconds long. You tell me if he had more to say.
So, something that I hear is that Hurricane Express can be misleading with the contracts. So, when you came into orientation, how long you been here?
A little over 4 months.
Okay. When you came into orientation, did you feel like you were misled or tricked into signing something that you didn't really understand?
No, I mean, if you don't read the contract yourself and go through it and understand it, because you got time, you go to a room, you can look and read it. If you don't understand, it's like signing anything. If you don't pay attention to what you're signing, but no, not really misleading.
And it ends like that. Not really misleading, but that's what it sounds like to me. And if you look at the background, this video is actually old, even though it's new. The trees are dead, so it's not recent. This is not new, but it's something they just put out. So they're sitting on content, and that is obviously edited and cut off at a certain point. They should have just cut it off when he said, no, thank you. Just like when they were interviewing the black dude about his truck, he wanted to show the camera about it, but they didn't go to his truck. They're like, hey, your truck's the worst in our fleet. We're not going to show this motherfucker. Right? But this is where we're at, people. We're at Hurricane Express. Remember, it all started here.
So, Jason, was it just a happy coincidence, or did you come before the June 6th convoy on purpose?
I came on purpose.
Okay. And why was that?
I came because I've watched your dad for a long time, and I like the camaraderie of the convoys and stuff, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
Absolutely. Have you seen other companies do stuff like this, like make it old school?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't. I haven't seen any other company do this.
So it's kind of a unique thing you want to come experience.
I do.
Yeah, and really, we welcome, whether you're a hurricane driver or not, we welcome everyone to come. We're having an event on June 5th. We want, honestly, drivers to feel welcome and to feel like they matter, because they do. They keep the economy moving, they keep the freight moving, and really nothing's possible without them. So come join us on June 5th and June 6th if you're interested.
Okay. So it ends right there. So that's the coach. That is the coach. And when he said he was there for a month, it was still June, and he didn't start until June. So how the fuck could you be there a month when it's only been a few days? They don't put it all out there. What do you mean they don't put it all out there? You mean what the drivers say? Yeah, they cut them off. They cut them off. They cut them all off. If that's what you mean. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Yeah. But yeah, the guy said, oh, not really misleading, but, well, I mean, he didn't say but why did it cut off like that? That's not how people talk, right? They would have said, no, not misleading at all, or not really misleading. It would have been a clear, decisive end of sentence. Right? Oh, they stopped loading me already, so let's see if they loaded it. No, I still got the red light. So, let me go to Jason's, okay, I split it so we can still chat while I go through this Jason Pope page. Truckers, it's Dan Tony, man. Okay. Turn down a loader, chilling in a hotel. This is Tom Bell. Haven't you heard this story, read this story before? Well, you know what, Tom? I have to agree, and but I don't know who you are, so this must be a new person. It is intimidating talking to a giant. Yeah, okay. There you go. It's intimidating talking to a giant. There you go. It is. You're right. So he was just nervous. He was just nervous. But let's go to Jason Pope. Let's see if we got any new videos from this fucker. Oh, let me get out of this. I gotta go. I was on the Truckers Coach lives. Wow, Truckers Coach, 7 new fucking things. Let's see. 14 hours. Trucks fixed. Back on the road soon. Took a little R&R at the hotel. To the guys that said I left, well, I guess you look dumb now, don't you? Nobody said that he left. It's got 45 likes. Let's go through these likes. Let's go through these likes. Let's see who Brian Taylor is. Oh, he's a driver. Let's go to Carl Prague. Glasgow High School. Where the fuck is that? Newark, Delaware. Wow, this guy is fucking liking your shit. That looks like a. Go look at Carl Prague. Carl Prague. He has like a fucking Dodger shirt on. Or what is that? Braves. I'm like, oh, it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. This is Atlanta, people. I'm gonna put this guy up. This is Atlanta, people. I found him. I got you, Atlanta. I don't know why you got those big old earring things, but I found you. Just a Carl Prag. Mm. Trucker's coach liked his own stuff. Yeah, cool. Let's look at Stella. Stella Green, truck dispatcher, 19 years experience from Brooklyn, New York, Turbo Freight LLC. Okay, okay, okay. People like the coach. Kimberly Brackhedge from Hillsboro, Oklahoma. She's in a relationship with the coach, Scotty Parrish. Just trying to see what kind of people like this stuff. So the people that said air your grievances. There's no videos from the coach though. 91 comments. Let's go over some of these comments. Wouldn't mind working there. Let's just go to all. Oh, there's a Chris DeCarl Prag. I appreciate you not just hyping the company up. Us drivers tend to only hear about all the glitter. Tend to hear all about. Wait. Whoa. Okay. I gotta learn how to read. Okay. I gotta click more. Here we go. I appreciate you not just hyping the company up. Us drivers tend to only hear about all the glitter and gold. And every company we drive for, how everyone else takes home 10K a week, only runs loads that pay $6 a mile. I'm big on if you learn the particular company, who you drive for, whatever system them run, and how you need to run within that sandbox, you can make good money. I'm rooting for you to succeed. And Joy Moore replies, yes. Brant, I find it hard to believe Hurricane is a good trucking. I see that interview he did. Does Hurricane pay percentage? It sounded like they pay a set rate. They decide whatever that is. They won't show you the rate confirmation because they claim you're renting the truck. That's how they have a daily rental. Hurricane seems to say that they cover repairs, but if only in their shop and if it's not the driver's fault. Tell how they pay you, the rate per mile or percentage. Hurricane was decent back when they ran all super sleeper trucks. Now they run nothing but super slow roadblocks with wheel holders that shouldn't be allowed to ride bicycles. Damn. Haters gonna hate. Been here 16 months. Hell no. It's not all great, but I'm making great money. Come on, guys, it's trucking. Oh, Michael Shope, shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up. Jason, if you're happy there, don't worry about what others think. Only people you need to care about you is your family and stay good. So yeah, he needs to worry about what his cousin thinks. That's it. He only needs to worry about what his cousin thinks. He doesn't need to worry about what anybody else thinks. Just me, but if I'm the one paying the lease for a vehicle, it'll run with it, whatever. I want to idle without restrictions. APUs are wonderful. I had a truck with one, but it sucks when it goes out and it's hot as fuck or cold as Antarctica. John Calloway. You would think that's not how it works at Hurricane. They terminated drivers for not keeping consistent fuel mileage. Damn, idle time. How many times you fuel? How many times you use the fuel discount? So on and so on. If you look it up, you'll see hundreds of drivers talk about how they were terminated for stupid stuff. Wow. Wow. Let's just scroll down because like these are just I just read all those in order. Somebody says, if the shoe fits. Let me ask you a question. Are you happy there? If so, piss on the negative comments. No company is perfect, especially in the trucking industry. And there are tons of newbies that think their opinion should carry the same weight as a longtime vet. Right. So you'll always get a jugheaded assholes who will complain both ways. Just remember, if you are content, comment, complain, or voices an opinion as to how it could be better, ignore those jackasses. Literally don't even respond to stupidity. Good luck, brother. Let's look at the people that like that post. Waylon Tyler. They don't even post anything. So, to be fair, anytime I see an ad for any company driver doing a promotional ad for a company, all I see is a paid company lapdog. Show me the results on paper, company wide for drivers, then we could talk some business. This is what we're dealing with, folks. The people see through this shit. Some people rock with them. I'm part of the Big Rig Nation deposition. My settlements are on file with them, and good luck silencing him. Oh, that was James Blair. So James Blair is a former hurricane driver, it seems like. What's up, Jenny? How you doing? Most YouTube hurricane drivers talk highly of them. Then something happens because they all flip the script and say why they left. Do you think they starve drivers when they get close to the end of the lease? Bobby Cameron says that's what big companies do. I don't know why they're worried about the fuel mileage when they don't pay. I have no clue. I have no clue. Are you making at least 2.5K after everything? That's what Seth Roy asked. Lou Dreischer. Hurricane looks like a well-established company to work for. Equipment shows second to no one else. Just saying. I don't know what that means. Hard to form a coherent thought and compose it on paper. Wow. Somebody said that about the coach, man. Doesn't Hurricane guarantee 2,000 the first couple of weeks? Somebody wrote, he only did one load. Why are we talking about money? That wasn't even a part of this post. Yeah, I've worked at Hurricane and saw the deception they use, and drivers cheated out of their money and charge extra expenses for tire miles, and you don't bring home as much money after running a ton of miles. I'm at a great company now and bought a brand new truck, and everything is straight across the board. And now I bring home double the money than what Hurricane Express paid. That is Wayne and Leslie Attenberger. Nick Mihal. How does his boot taste? Damn, called you a bootlicker. God damn. So yeah, that's what's going on with the coach right now. And if I go to Hurricanes page, Jenny, I'm glad you're doing good. I didn't see your second comment there. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope you had a good 4th of July, and had a good time celebrating and stuff. Atlanta, you were right. The 2,000 guarantee is a force, Jim. Um, let's look at what Hurricane is posting up today, since to actually like look at shit. So let's go to Hurricane Express. I'll get off the truckers coach because we all know truckers coach is stupid, right? We all know that. It's not a secret. There's Evan Steiner. Evan Steiner is Caden Jr. If you didn't know. He's the one that says that his daddy owns all the trucks. You don't own it. His daddy owns it. Because somebody made a comment. Right, it's not hard to bring home double of zero is still zero. So, you know, what if you make triple of zero? Right? Let's look at Hurricane Express. Triple of zero. Let's see what they're doing right now. Let's see what the new. Okay, 47 minutes ago. 24 months and you own the truck. You'll make good money and while you're doing it. And you could choose to stay or leave when you're done. The offers don't get any better than this, especially for a 389. So that was 47 minutes ago. So let me download this video. I haven't seen this video yet. I'm going to download this video. And we're going to play it. I think they're repeating this video. I think they're repeating this video, but I'm going to download it and we're going to play it. Silver down today. Let's look at silver price today. Is it your dream to be an owner operator? So this guy's playing on the dreams of the week. Save your pity for the week. If you know where that's from, I'll give you a thumbs up. Now, let's see here. I'm about to download this video. I have not seen it yet. But it is Caden Jr. Not Caden Jr. Jr. Caden Jr. Jr. is like still a little kid. But he spilled the beans. Somebody said to Caden Jr. Jr. He's like, "Oh, that's your daddy's truck." Because he was like, "Get off my truck." And he was like, "Yeah, all 500 of them." So all 500 trucks are Caden's trucks and not the people that are buying them. You told the truth. All right, let's play the new video that came out 47 minutes ago and see what the fuck Caden's talking about here.
Is it your dream to be an owner operator, but maybe you've lost your way? Check this out. You see these trucks behind me? Good looking 389s. At Hurricane Express, we offer a 24-month lease purchase where after the 24 months, you will own a 389, a good looking Peterbilt 389, and in the meantime, make very good money every single week with incredibly high miles. Listen, I get it. It's been incredibly tough last 4 years for everyone in the industry. That's why we offer this program, so you get the chance to come back, get in a truck that looks good, and roll in style, make good money, and become an owner operator again. Let's go.
What? What the fuck is this guy talking about? He gets it the last 4 years. This motherfucker graduated college like last May. What the fuck is he talking about? The last 4 years have been so hard for truckers. No, it hasn't. It is a, you know what though? He is listening because he put that Red Bull can in his hand so he could do something with his hands. All right, these motherfuckers still got a red light, so I'm gonna start cooking. Cause you smell what the Rock is cooking. That's 47 minutes ago, but I think I've seen that video before. Are they recycling content now? Say it ain't so, Hurricane Express. Say it ain't so. He's still shitting yellow. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He seems like a smart person for the scam he's fucking doing, but you know, the point of a business is to make money, correct? To generate wealth, to generate wealth and to grow. I could be wrong. But that's when I think of a business, like I think that's its purpose, to make money. To make money out of nothing. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Wrong about a lot. Let's get these eggs out. Carnivore. So, oops, I unplugged the cook thing. But it does seem like a car salesman. I was talking to somebody earlier, and they said that's what this is. This is sales. And it dawned on like, because he said something very interesting. He said, what did he say? Like if you want like contractor freight or whatever, you don't have to approach a company. You can hire a sales guy. He's like, you can get a sales team and do it for you. Like, wait, why the fuck did I not think of that? Why the fuck did I not think of that? That's what this shit is. Right? Nothing more, nothing less. That's what this shit is. It's sales. When you want to get freight, sales. So why? I don't know if you can hear the cooking up some bacon. I'm gonna have some eggs and bacon. And I still have the red light. The red light special all through the night. That's for you, Jenny. Really? See, I don't know anything about that, but you know, if you're like an owner operator and you're like busy with a truck, you don't really have time to be making phone calls I mean, you can. Like, I mean, you definitely can, right? But there's a lot of number crunching and talking points you want to make, like doing cold calls and stuff, right? That maybe not suit you. Because this guy was talking to me about, the days of single truck owner operator, growing to like a fleet of 1,000 is very, very difficult, very, very limited. Most likely not going to happen. That's what we're talking about. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. But yeah, man. Like, this shit is just over the top weird. Let's see what else Hurricane Express. This is my bad. He didn't mention the balloon pin. No, he didn't. He did not mention the balloon pin. You are correct. You're correct about that. Let's download this fuckhead. Senior. We never feature Senior on the show. So I'm going to feature Senior on the show. I have no clue what he said. Maybe it's something good. Maybe it's something intriguing. So maybe it's something good. Maybe it's something intriguing. Who knows? We'll figure it out in a few seconds. But I will say something about Senior. At least he gets into the truck to make his video and drives. Oh, God. This one's a minute and a half. Flip the bacon. And then Caden Senior is loading up. All right, Jenny. I appreciate you stopping by. You're awesome. And, holla at me when you need that, I don't know what the fuck that means. Just holla at me. Let's see here. Let's see if the Caden video finished downloading. Not the Caden. Yeah, the Caden. His name is Caden too. Here we go. I have no clue what he's about to say, folks. So it might be like, oh, we lie about everything. Who knows, right?
So we are going to pay less than what we invoice because we are providing trailer, the operating authority, the insurance that goes along with that operating authority, and most of our freight is direct, so we are acting as the broker. So there is a tremendous amount of overhead involved in the staffing, the team that is necessary to handle all aspects of the relationship and the maintenance on the freight side, plus everything associated with the trailer, the liability insurance, and the cargo insurance. On top of that, all of our miles are paid. So let's say it's produce season in Northern California, you get empty in Arizona, you have to deadhead 700-800 miles. All of those miles are paid as loaded miles.
Okay. Okay. Did anybody follow that? Does everybody agree with what he's saying, or am I crazy? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3 is 12. So am I wrong for thinking that's a bunch of bullshit? You know? Like, I just think it's bullshit. Okay? I think it's wrong to... Ooh, that pan is hot. Turn it down a little bit. I think it's wrong to do that to drivers. If you have the deadhead 700-800 miles, like what? Doesn't that make sense? Oh, dropped a little bit of a shell. Scoop it out. Can't get it. Fuck. Whatever. He's paying a little bit above the fuel surcharge. Yes, you are. I believe so. I can agree with that. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter what he pays. Right? It matters as, are you going to accept that? Is it bullshit? I think it's bullshit. But some people, that model might work for them and their goals and their lifestyle and all these other things. So I'm not going to tell somebody that, don't do this, but, like I was talking about the Hirschbach earlier. Their system worked for me. For pay and all those other things. People don't talk about what I talked about with, like, how much the actual bonuses are. How much you can actually make. If you look at it the way I just talked about it, it's more than a lot of companies. Way more. But you have to operate a certain way. If you don't, you will fuck up. And most people don't. That's all. That's all. And for the most part, when I was there, I was working a certain way. So whatever hurricane, you have to figure out, is $2,000 enough for you? If it is, then you need to figure out how to consistently get that at hurricane without them punishing you or anything like that. And once you figure that out, if that's what works for you and you want to be in a cool truck, more power to you. The system's lined up for it. But you have to ask these types of questions. The issue with Coach is that Coach makes it seem like it's automatic. When he's not even, he doesn't even want to figure it out. He doesn't even know how to figure it out. He doesn't know how to consistently get $2,000 a week at Hurricane. He has no clue. He just knows that that's what they do. They $2,000 a week. He doesn't know anything about anything when it comes to Hurricane. Because all he is there for is a recruiting check. That's his gusto. Right? That's his gusto. That's his word. That's the word he likes to use, gusto. Right? Let's see what Atlanta said. You think so? I don't know. I don't know what any, like, my first number could be 2. I don't worry about 3. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the person. It just depends on the person. Do I want 3? Yeah. Do I want 4? Yeah. Do I want 10? Yeah. It's good bacon. Carnivore. I'll show you the carnivore meal. Carnivore. So yeah. Fucking more money is better, I guess. But what's more important is we have to decipher what the fuck this guy just said. Let's watch it one more time. But that's that watermelon shit. That's when Caden talks about seasonal. That's a real thing.
So we are going to pay less than what we invoice because we are providing trailer, the operating authority, the insurance that goes along with that operating authority, and most of our freight is direct, so we are acting as the broker. So there is a tremendous amount of overhead involved in this staffing, the team that is necessary to handle all aspects of the relationship and the maintenance on the freight side, plus everything associated with the trailer, the liability insurance, and the cargo insurance. On top of that, all of our miles are paid. So let's say it's produce season in Northern California, you get empty in Arizona, you have to deadhead 700-800 miles. All of those miles are paid as loaded miles.
Okay. Did anybody pick up on it? He said, we act as the broker. Isn't a broker required to give you a rate confirmation? Am I wrong? Are brokers allowed to pay you like with no information? You know, when I go to U-Haul and I rent a U-Haul, I don't have to pull U-Haul. Like, I don't have to work for U-Haul. I could just do whatever I want with the truck, as long as it's not illegal. Right? Our brokers supposed to give rate cons. He just said they act as the broker. Wow. So you're telling me the broker there's no negotiations, there's no nothing, it's just you take the load. Let me ask Chat GPT. Now lastly, so let's see here. All right. While there's no specific federal statute explicitly names the rate confirmation document and mandates it to use it by that exact title, a rate confirmation acts as the primary legal binding contract for a load. In the trucking industry, it is considered the fundamental standard of business practice to provide one to ensure both the broker and the carrier are in agreement on terms of shipment. They said that they are acting as the broker and they act as the carrier. So you as the employee, or not the employee, the independent contractor, are 100% entitled to the rate confirmation. Now, the way they get around it is that they're not a broker. But that motherfucker just said that he is. They're just a carrier. A broker would negotiate with the carrier. And in this case, the broker has the freight for $5.50 a mile, gives it to the contractor or the carrier for $1.60 a mile. With no negotiation. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Is there anything wrong with that? No. If it works for you, it works for you. But typically, that's not how we do things. That's not how we do things in our industry, typically. I still got the red light. I just finished that meal. It was delicious and nutritious. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. He said his father started a hurricane. Well, his father started a truck, bought a truck through a lease purchase. That's what he said. And it took his father like 6 years, 7 years to pay it off. Which just goes to show you that first truck is the hardest one. That first truck is the hardest one. And once you get that first truck, you can expand quickly. Let's say you're making $2,000 a week. You get your first truck. You can expand that to $3,000 a week, $4,000 a week. Well, let's just go with 3. After 20 weeks, you should have enough money to get another truck. Now, you might not be able to perform maintenance and everything on it, but, call it $20,000. And you still have your 2,000 and however you live off of that. Let's say you take another 6 months, get the money up to run that truck properly. Well, now you have 2 trucks running properly. Well, now you have one to get in $1,000 profit, because let's say you pay your driver 2,000 out of the 3,000. You have $1,000 there. Put half away for maintenance. You got 500. It'll take a little bit longer, but you also make it 3,000, so you're getting 1,500 profit per week. Now, within a few years, you're scaled to 10, 20 trucks. If you keep it simple and focused. But that's on you. That's on you to do. It could be faster, it could be longer, it could be never. But that's on you entirely. You're telling them their first number will be a 1. Look. Oh, you talking about the first number in a mileage? I thought you meant like on a check. I mean, not necessarily, right? But in this case, yes, 100%. Right? 100% in this case. But it doesn't have to be a 1, right? You could do all that and still come up with like a 2. Oh, really? Do I need a reefer for that? And where can I go? Because that's like the same in North Dakota. Like, you don't even need a fucking authority. You don't even need a DOT number. You could just drive. In that oil field shit, yeah. Just drive.
You know. See, right now, me personally, I don't know where I want to go in trucking with my business. I don't know which direction I want to go yet. I thought I wanted to do, specialized. That's what Musco means. Level up, specialized transport company. And you guys don't fucking know and think it sounds stupid like those. Specialized. Level up, specialized transport company. That's what it fucking means. So I thought I wanted to go specialized. But it depends what kind of specialized, right? Like you got reefer specialized, where you can get these expensive reefer trailers and haul, temperature sensitive stuff, i.e., ice cream down to Florida. It has to remain at like negative 20 degrees at all times. So you need a really good trailer for that, a really good unit. Maybe some bulkheads, things like that. $100,000 reefer unit, like crazy, right? But there's people doing it, like EMT. They do that. Interstate Made Me, he does that. Interstate Made Me does more like LTL, but he has a multi-chamber fucking trailer. I think his has 2. And EMT, they have 3. But like you said, it's special commodities. Right? Specialized. So general like it just depends. Right? It just depends on which direction I personally want to go into. Now, I'm thinking general freight is okay for me at the moment, right? I'm working on my health. I'm working on these different things. I don't need to like put myself into a tight box at the moment. I'm okay. I can keep going. I can build over here. You know what I'm saying? But as that goes, I got to lock in. So I'm locking in now. I'm starting to evaluate what's important now, where I can go now. Right? That's that's what time I'm on. I don't really worry about too much else, you know. Check. There we go. I can see it now. So besides that, I really don't know where to go. I'm just taking my time. Maybe I will do. There's this guy, Carolina Tanker. He told me about doing because I used to do flatbed. When I had my Lone Star, I would do flatbed, right? I did some drive-in, but flatbed mostly, right? And he put me onto the the grass, like turf and grass and sod. That's what they call it, sod, right? And so different things, require different things. And some of that sod shit, you need a Moffett, And I drove a Moffett for a while, and that is fun to learn because you can get yourself fucked up with a Moffett. You can get yourself fucked up with a Moffett and like end up on a construction site. You show up after hours, now you're fucking stuck in the dirt. You gotta figure out how to get yourself out of that bitch. There's a lot to it. But I don't know, like, because I have to protect my eyes. If my eye went fucked up, when I was doing that shit under somebody else's stuff that didn't have AC, didn't have somebody else's stuff, and yeah, I fucked up one of my eyes, so I got to be very careful. I don't even know if I should be doing flatbed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe I'll go back into the flatbed. But I'm working with my doctor about it. She says I'm fine to go, but like I just I don't want to be like tightening something down a little too hard and I pop a blood vessel in my eye. Right? I have susceptible. My eyes are susceptible to that. So I have to try to keep them as good as possible for as long as possible. So maybe a specialized reefer thing would be better, but who knows? We'll see as time goes on. But this Caden shit is just over the top, man. It's just crazy. Somebody's texting me. Oh. I don't know if that's my fucking kid. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Watch it be one of my kids. I don't know. It might be. Yeah, non-manufacturer. Yeah. Yeah, I've done cattle and stuff too. It's not my kid. I was like, what the fuck? That ain't my kid. Trying to send me some picture of somebody else's kid. Like, what? That ain't my kid. Who the fuck is that? Man. That's funny. I was like, who the hell is that? Double check. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. That's funny. Because like at first when a text message shows up, you can only see a little bit of the picture. So I thought it was like my kid, and then I clicked it. I was like, wait, why are you sending me a picture of somebody else's kid? Like what the fuck? But it's a niece. It's a niece. Okay, cool. I don't like other people's kids. I only like my kids. People want to tell me how special their fucking kid is, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay. I know somebody that hauls potatoes. I don't know if I would want to do that with a trailer though, because when they tip it up in the air, that they could fuck your trailer up. I seen them put them trailers down kind of fucked up sometimes. They be shaking the shit out the trailer. You know, with the potatoes. In fact, I'm going to Arkansas. That's a potato place out there. Like where is that? Where they got that Lay's? Yeah, they do that shit there too. Take the potatoes, take your trailer, tip that bitch way up in the air, dump everything out. Crazy, right? Am I getting a green light anytime soon? Still red.
like, how long does it take to fucking load the truck? However long it takes, motherfucker. However long it fucking takes. Damn. Oh. Let's see what else we got here. I have no Jesus music going. I forgot about that. Let's put the Jesus music on. There y'all go. We got the Lord in the background. We gotta get blessed. We have to get blessed, people. We have to bless ourselves. Let's bless ourselves. Let's take in its energy in. Let's reset here. Let's get calm. Let's refocus our efforts. Oh, man. We got a truck wash today, trailer wash, engine bay wash, all that shit. They always try to sell you up, but I got the white bright, the white bright. I got that, but I'm not doing no fucking tire shine right now. I might go get some of those lug nut covers though. Look at the spikes. So I can be like that guy in Back to the Future. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap. I think I'm near a Love's. Might go take a shower too. I think I'm gonna get off here for a little bit. I'll come back. Take a fucking nap. Look at my phone. Charge it up. Been on 3 hours. I appreciate everybody coming on. I might be back later. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit. I haven't gotten a green light yet. It don't make sense to just stay up. Well, I have to stay up for a little bit. Handle money issues and stuff like that, so I can't really do that while I'm on here. I can't like fucking send money and, you know. So I want everybody to grind hard, hustle hard, know your worth, know your potential, and never settle. If I don't hear from y'all later or talk to y'all later, I wish y'all to have a good day. And if you never hear from me again, just know that I didn't give a fuck. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Peace.